YouTube faithful, what is going on? Another edition of Third and Yarn begins now. What I'm going to do is cover the NFL Thursday night football game. We got the Saints versus the Broncos, a 36.5 point total. Absolute poverty on both teams. I know I say that a lot for primetime games, but this is the fact of the matter. They're not blessing us with primetime games this year. For whatever reason, it's just the way the cookie is crumbled, folks. But I'm going to do my best. I'm going to give you 3 plays that I like from this game that I believe you need to have exposure to. Some of them have already been bumped. I'm going to give you some Draftkings advice, and we're going to get this show moving. Folks, if that sounds like something you're interested in, grab your Red Bull, grab your popcorn, know your role, hit the like, smash subscribe, or reverse that order. And then if you really want to be a G, leave a comment or something. Now, I'm on this page right here to let you guys know we are only 5 or 6 days away from full NBA goodness. And we all know how fun NBA is for the daily grind. We get at least 5 to 6 games almost every day, if not more, sometimes a little less. And we will be cooking that up each and every day. I'm talking 5 to 6 videos every single week regarding the NBA slate. So you want to make sure you're subscribed to Captain Crush. Now, real quick, there is an MLB game today, and I do want to tell you one thing. Steven Kwan has been absolutely dominating. He's been on an absolute heater. The last 5 Kings are going yarn. He had 2-2, 5-5-5-3. He's just been a playoff demon. If you want to go ahead and have some exposure to him at 1.5, full disclosure, this was a demon last game, but now it's just a regular line. If you want to have exposure to it, you can. Folks, I have been fading playoff MLB like the plague, the bubonic plague. I've been fading it because it's just so hard to predict, folks. If I don't feel like I have an edge, I'm not in the mix. Simple. So let's talk about the NFL. First thing we're going to do is we're going to go and I'm going to show you guys what's cooking. 36.5 point total, fam. Ain't hitting. For those of you that are new to the game, you don't know what's what. A point spread is the combined point total each team is going to score. Higher is good, lower is bad for as far as action on fantasy side of things. 36.5 is one of the lowest point totals you can have for a game, whereas if you see the Minnesota Vikings and Detroit Lions are 50.5, you know that game should be a banger, whereas this game is most likely going to be a score of 14-7, 7-7, something like that. But who knows? We may get a shootout. These are just guidelines. This is what just happens over many simulations. So with that in mind, I advise you to bet accordingly, my brothers and sisters in Christ. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go over here to my partner DG Fantasy. Oh yeah, you know we're going here, baby. And we're going to cut it down to NFL, and you can see right out of the gate, Goff and Darnold over 501 pass combo is a monster play. This is for Sunday, but it doesn't matter. You can lock it in right now. I just showed you 50.5 point total for that game. You're getting value. This will be bumped by the time Sunday rolls around. I guarantee it. So if you want to get that in right now, remember, we're looking for 54.5% or higher to get the plus expected value. Right there, circle it on your calendar, get it in the mix. You can run it back with Justin Jefferson, maybe a little bit of Gibbs or Monty, and put it in your lineup, Chief, because it's hitting, most likely. And then you got Baker and Lamar, another good game with weak defenses. I'm a Buccaneers fan. The whole world knows it, and the Bucs are lacking on defense, but so are the Ravens. So 487.5, that game could be a shootout. You could take bing and bang and put in a 2-man and maybe have something crispy. Now for tonight's game, look at Jaleel McLaughlin. Under 5.5 rush attempts, minus 135, minus 140, minus 135. This is going to be bumped down to 5 if I had to make a guess. And also 21.5 rush yards is being juiced heavily under. I'm not sure what's going on there. I'll have to investigate it, which is why I put out projections each and every day for my Discord audience. So make sure you're checking this every single day. This is step 1. And I'm telling you right now, for NBA, this is critical because value in the NBA, especially when there's like 10 game slates, is all over the place. You're going to see green, 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 green all the way down during NBA, I promise you, because that's just how it is. There's so many games, the books are having a hard time to keep up. Value pops. It's how it is, man. Value pops. And I put out model projections for every game in the NBA every single day as well. in the Discord. Now, I filtered it to the Denver and the Saints, and you could see here, my boy, the play of the day, Bub Means. I'm gambling here, man. I am absolutely gambling here, and I know I'm gambling. He is the thumbnail. This is the play of the day, Bub Means. Now, you may not know who Bub is, so let Captain Crush introduce you to Bub Means. He was drafted in 2024. He's around 6'1", 210 pounds, wide receiver. He has a 39-inch vertical leap, and he runs roughly a 4.4 40, okay? That's pretty good for a wide receiver, especially someone that's a rook. So, why am I interested in Bub Means? Why am I willing to throw the dice here? I highly doubt anybody's going to be talking about Bub Means today. They're most likely going to focus on Rattler, Kamara, and Bo Nix, all the other YouTubers. But I'm willing to throw the dice because, again, it's a primetime game. My exposure is going to be very limited to begin with. I'm not going to lose my mortgage payment this month betting on Bub Means, okay? It ain't going to affect me. I'm going to have exposure tonight to have my sweat, but that's about it. Most of my action on primetime games is in the showdown mode for Draftkings, which I will talk about later on. But remember, Chris Olave's out of the mix. Mr. Carr out of the mix. Rashid Shaheed out of the mix. Their jack-of-all-trades tight end is out of the mix. Hill. It's Juwan Johnson back there. So somebody has to catch the ball. Kamara can't just do it all, folks. He cannot do it all. So what I have to say is this. He stepped into the role versus the Tampa Bay Bucks. Now, the Tampa Bay Bucks is a lot easier than the Denver defense. Denver defense is rough. They are a slow-paced, hard-nosed defense. Make no mistake about it, okay? Their offense is another question altogether, but they do play good defense. But this is what sold me on Bubba, okay? 8 targets last week. 8 of them. If you tell me someone's getting 8 targets in a game and his line is 31.5, which is what I got it in at today. I got it in at 31.5. They since bumped it to 33.5. Guess what? I'm taking more, and if he sells, he sells. That's 8 targets for 31.5 yards. He needs 32. I'll take my chances, brother. I will take my chances. Now, you can see here he was on the field for 45 of the passing plays. Now, one thing you need to know is that whenever the person's lines are these low, receivers, it's going to be a sweat. You're not going to be green within the first quarter, 2 quarter, 3 quarter, unless you get lucky. It's likely going to take the entire game. He's like a Rashad Bateman. His lines are usually 32 to 33. He gets open, bust a long one. That's how it can be. Somebody is going to have to make plays on this Saints team, or they're just going to get absolutely destroyed. Why not Bub? Okay? It's funny. I used to have a middle school friend we used to call, hey, yo, what's up, Bub? Bubba? And now here we go with Bub Means Bubbles. I mean, I am throwing dice on the felt right here and now. So if you don't want to tail this, brother, I don't blame you. I won't begrudge you. But I'm willing to throw the dice because my bankroll is big enough because I grind it out. I'm willing to take a risk. If that ain't you, then don't do it, man. Do whatever you want. Go ahead and take the chalk plays, the popular plays like Bo Nix, Kamara, and Sutton. If that's what you want, what do you even need this YouTube? Do I really need to come on here at PrizePicks right now and tell you, go to the popular play tab and you can see what the most popular plays on the board are. Nick's passing yards are going to be high owned. Rattler's passing yards. Cortland Sutton. I mean, do you really need me to come on here and tell you that so you can get confirmation bias? My brothers and sisters in Christ, I am trying to give you plays that, if at all possible, are not on this main page of popularity because I want to give you guys something that no one else is talking about, to give you guys some ideas to help you with your process. I don't need to sell you on Bo Nix 194 pass yards. Is it a good play? Absolutely. It's a fine play, but these are no-brainer plays, bro. There's a reason everybody's on them. It's a no-brainer play. Of course, you can take Bo Nix 194.5 pass yards, guys. Same thing with Rattler. You want to take a shot on Rattler? Go ahead. I personally am not going with Rattler because I think he's garbage. I saw him play versus my Bucks, and yeah, he got a lot of pass yards up, but the Denver defense is way tougher than the Bucks defense. I promise you that. But of course, Bo Nix's pass yards are fine, and his demon at 199, it's a 6-yard differential, 5-yard differential. I mean, you might as well just go with the demon. What's the payout size? Okay, it's an extra 0.75x. So yeah, you could just take the demon right there. Either or is fine, but again, those are obvious plays, okay? Courtland Sutton. I got him earlier in the week at, I believe, 45.5. Now he's at 47.5. Is this a good play? He is their best receiver by a long shot, okay? I targeted him versus the Chargers on Sunday, and he got there for me, okay? If you want to go back to him, you can. What I actually like is this right here. Kamara's receiving yards with Sutton's receiving yards combo at 83.5, because my model loves Kamara's receiving yards today. It has Sutton not going over. My model has Sutton going under 47.5, believe it or not. I think he's at like 44 or something like that, but I went ahead and took more anyways. But I think you could take this as a pair. That way, if Kamara somehow gets 40 and then Sutton somehow only gets 44, you could cash. Or Sutton could get 80 and then Kamara only needs to get 4. You know what I mean? It gives you a little bit of leeway. I do like these combination props for NFL particularly. I think they have value. So if you want to have exposure to that, you can. Now, if we go look at Bo Nix pass yards over on DG, you could see he's minus 120 on Pinnacle to go over 194.5. He's minus 120 over here, minus 127. Like I said, this is a no-brainer play. His pass rush yards, either one of these are fine. His pass attempts, all of it. Okay, even his fantasy score at 15. All of these are fine. I'm not afraid of the Saints defense at all, man. They're just in shambles. I don't know what's going on with them. I'm not afraid of them. So Bo Nix would probably be my play of the day if he wasn't already so popular. I'm trying to go against the grain, folks. If you can't see that, then I don't know what to tell you. But Bo Nix, the pass yards, his fantasy, you're seeing it right here. You're seeing the market data. Compare it to my model, which I have up in the Discord. I have him getting 16 fantasy points and 196 pass yards, okay? These are posted. My projection sheets are posted in the Discord, which is run through the Dub Club each and every football game, all Sunday, every primetime game, NBA as well, guys. In addition to that, I give you a full playlist, and I also host live streams Monday through Friday for the NBA season, and I also do them Sunday mornings before lock, and I do them Thursday and Monday night before the game. There will be a live stream today at 5:45 Central Time, an hour before kickoff, to go over and make some lineups, talk some Draftkings, talk some of all that today, just like every primetime game, y'all. So if you'd like to get in the mix and be in that live stream, I need you to go to CaptainCrush.net, go to the gold package. It's been slow right now because we're the 2 weeks before NBA starts. Things are just super slow, but this is about to pick up and about to be full speed ahead. You go to the 1 month, this will get you into the live streams, the daily prop list, all my projection sheets, my community, the role member, all of it, baby. So I hope to see you guys in there today. Remember, 5:45 Central. And if you sign up with any of my partners, which are in the descriptions, ParlayPlay, which I'm going to talk about shortly, you can get a 30-day free trial of the Discord. So automatically, I'm not going to go into too much here. I gave you my take on Bo Nix, okay? That's a plug play, no-brainer. Next, Bub means Bubba. Yo, Bubba! 33.5. Now, full disclosure, I did get him at 31.5, but I don't think the bump is too bad. His fantasy score, if you think he's going to get a tutty, you could also take this. How does he get 8 fantasy score? He catches a touchdown. That would be 7, and then he just needs 11 yards to cash. Any combination of that would be fine. Remember, you have to run it back with somebody on the other side. That is what sucks about these primetime games, y'all, that aren't good, because they're forcing our hand. So we got to get creative. If you don't want to take Bub Means because you're not sold on him, like I said, I don't blame you. This is my personal play of the day, and I'm willing to have my feet held in front of the fire for that. I'm taking it. He's going to be in all my lineups. If he sells, he sells. Somebody's got to get the ball, okay? Now, the safe route for you guys that want to be, quote, safe, shouldn't say that word because nothing is safe in this, would be Kamara's receiving yards, who is also the taco. You could go with this 2-man. This would pay you 3x. And believe it or not, Kamara's rush plus receiving TDs is also in play. I mean, he's the stud that's on that team right now. Nobody else is a stud on that team besides Kamara right now. Now, here's the fly in the ointment on Alvin Kamara, y'all. The Broncos are allowing a decent amount of receiving yards to the running back position. They're 19th ranked overall, but look, it's 35.5 over here, which is the main line. PrizePicks is taxing you at 37.5. So you're giving up 2 yards of equity here, which isn't optimal in my opinion. But you can see right here, they had a chance here in this game and he didn't get it done. That's partly because Rattler, other because just the way the game went. But 40, 42, 40, 65. I don't know off the top of my head, but it wouldn't surprise me if Kamara's leading in receiving yards. Him, Breece Hall, those type of guys. But look, he's exceeded 35.5 receiving yards in 4 of his last 5 games. But again, this isn't with Rattler. They are passing 52% of the time. Again, this isn't with Rattler, but you can see Alvin Kamara is getting 36 targets, 21% of the total target share. So it's analytically a sound play. Is he going to hit? My brother in Christ, your guess is as good as mine. It's all about opportunity. If he gets the opportunity, we should be good. If not, chalk it, okay? It's that simple. Okay, so these three right here, Nix, Kamara, and Bub, I think are absolutely good. Okay, that is what we talked about, the receiving yards combo with Sutton. Now, as far as the field goal kickers go, right? The field goal kickers. I don't know about Group. I like to call him Group, like Groot from the Marvel thing. I am Groot, I am Group. Whatever. Is this a good play? In a vacuum, sure. Same thing with Will Lutz. Low scoring game, short week. These guys could get field goals, but I've been getting my arse kicked by these field goal kickers lately. I think the field goal combo at 48.5 is a little bit big this week, but it's in a dome, baby. So anything can happen on a short week. If you want to have exposure to it, you get my blessing. You absolutely can. All right, this is a tough slate. This is a tough game to dissect. We have new quarterbacks. We have young rookie receivers on each side, other than Cortland Sutton and a few others. You got guys like Mason Tipton who could come out here and break a slate. Cedric Wilson, Juwan Johnson, okay? And then on the Denver side, you got guys like Javonte Williams. You got Jaleel McLaughlin, all these type of things. Luke is cruel. I mean, my goodness, guys. It's a dumpster fire for a reason. I ain't going to begrudge you a bit if you fade this game. Now, real quick, I want to show you guys something that I don't talk about them enough, and that is ParlayPlay. Guys, this is a good alternative to PrizePicks. They have boosts right now with Spencer Rattler. You can take his 155 pass yards, and they're paying you 1.44. Now, this is an alternate line. Normally, if you're going to take 155, it's going to be extremely juiced where you pay a lot of rake, but it's a payout boost special right now. Same thing, they have a slashed line on Kamara if you wanted to take that on his rush yards. Personally, I like his receiving yards. I'm not a huge fan of his rushing yards, but this is basically their taco, okay? That's a taco there. They have a boost on Cortland Sutton, 39.5 receiving yards, and he's paying 1.7. That's literally almost a 10-yard difference than what PrizePicks has, and they're paying you the same. And then if you go down here to Bub, they have all the lines for him. And you want to know what's good about this? If you think Bubs isn't going to get it done, you can middle Bubs and take less, 40.5 receiving yards, so you could take more on PrizePicks at 33.5 and then less at 40.5 or even less at 50.5. Hopefully he gets 36, 37. You land in the middle, bang! You cash both. And that is called middling, and that is next level strategy, okay? A lot of you guys aren't ready for that, but it is something to consider, and that is why ParlayPlay has to be considered and in your toolbox, because they let you do things like that, okay? So make sure you're checking out ParlayPlay. In addition to that, they'll match your deposit up to $100 and give you a free square. Use code CRUSH. Use the link in the description. It's direct there. Shoot me an email and I'll give you the 30 free days of the Discord. If you're already in the Discord, you'll get entered into the monthly drawing. You get an extra spot on the wheel. Now let's talk about Draftkings. A lot of people in the comments, Cap, I want you to talk about Draftkings. I play Draftkings every single week. Now what are we going to do here, boys? We got to pick a captain and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spots underneath. You want to be unique because you want to take it down. Now, I think the most popular captain today is going to be Alvin Kamara. Obviously, he's going to be the most popular play. Next would probably be Cortland Sutton. What am I personally going to do? I'm probably going to put old Bo up there at the captain. Either Bo or, you guessed it, buddy, Bubba. Little bit of Bub means up there. Let's see if he can break a slate for me. So it'd be Bubba or Bo Nix in the captain spot. Remember, we're trying to ship it all, man. We're not trying to chop. We're trying to ship it all, which means we want to be unique. So you can go with a Saints onslaught if you went this road. Rattler, Kamara, Means, okay? Or you could do Means and Kamara and then do a Bronco onslaught. Nix, Sutton, okay? And then you could fill in the blanks. Either way this wants to go. Remember, you're trying to get unique here, folks. You're trying to outthink everybody else. The kickers on Showdown are absolutely in play. I could see a kicker captain taking this down. The Broncos defense, 100% in play. Broncos and Saints D are in play, but I prefer Broncos because they're a better defense. Absolutely. There's a lot of low-hanging fruit on this slate that you could have exposure to, all right? You could literally take the Tiptons of the world, little Jordan Humphreys of the world, whatever have you. My captain is going to be split between Bo Nix Bubba, and then maybe a Tipton, okay? Because I'm trying to ship. I'm trying to ship it all, and I know people are going to be afraid to take those, and that's just how it is, y'all. I ain't scared. I just need them to overperform one night. So that's all I got to say about DraftKings for this video. I will be talking about it more on the live stream today. Again, what time's the live stream, class? 5:45 Central Time in the Discord. Now, if we go back to DG, we can see if anything else has been popping, and it looks like nothing's there. What I tell you about Jaleel, he would bump down to 5, and sure enough, he did. He's back at 5 right there. So it was less at 5.5. Now he's back to 5. Now you see the more is favored. So either way you could go there. My boy Bub Means is starting to catch steam. We love to see it, baby. We love to see it. He's starting to get up. He may get up there. His line may move up. It may move down. But my boy Bubba, is he getting it done? The rookie, man. The rookie, can he get it done? My chips are on the table. I'm already all in on him. Folks, I ain't afraid to throw dice. And for those of you that be like, oh, Cap, what about a Gobby? I'll give you some Gobbies in the Discord today, my brothers and sisters in Christ. I know you've missed me the last 2 days. No videos, but again, it's been slow. Fade the MLB playoffs. Fade the WNBA playoffs, y'all. Just fade all that nonsense. We got NBA coming. We got NFL on Sunday when you can hammer it. Go easy on the primetime games, y'all. PrizePicks wants you. These books, they're begging for you to put your coin on them. They're begging for you to bet what you don't have an edge in. They want it. They need it like air. You will be smarter than that, and you will be disciplined because you listen to Captain Crush, and you are going to be a long-term winner. Folks, I hope to see you in that Discord live stream today. Remember, CaptainCrush.net gold package. If you're new to the channel, this has been Third and Yarn. Here is the salute. Good luck in all your contests. And as always, my brothers and sisters in Christ, let's crush.